Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Sunday, April 21st, 2024. I hope everyone's doing okay. In the last video, I had mentioned I found a tarot card at work, and that it might be connected to what I'm about to talk about today. I took the tarot card home. As you saw at the end of the video, it was on my altar. And within 48 hours, I had an encounter with a infernal demon, or daemon. Monday, nothing went right. Everything was off. Like, the energy was off. Like, people weren't their usual self. The day just had a feel that it was just not right. And then I go home. Everything seemed fine. Everything was normal. So about 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to bed. And as soon as I closed my eyes, about a minute or two, I saw a vision of Jessica, the girl that I'm in love with, being ripped away from me. Her hand was outstretched to mine, and mine was outstretched to hers. She went up as I went down into this hellish coliseum of fire and stone, reds, yellows, and oranges, black demons in the stands, and this gigantic demon with a humanoid face but a snake-like body slithering in the air, asking me questions in this gravelly, thunderous voice. He questioned me about my oath to Lucifer and why I've been slipping on the upkeep of it. To understand what he's talking about is that when I made this pact with Lucifer on the 8th, I agreed to do certain terms, scholarly terms, academic terms. Now, I admit I've been slipping. I've been tired. I've been stressed out with personal matters. But I've had the determination to practice my studies. But Lucifer understands that I'm trying to get back into the flow of things. He understands this. He's been quite lenient on me. And he'll let me know if there's a problem. He understands that I've been out of commission for a while. I've got all this stress. I've got all this work. You know, it's leaving me tired. But for this demon to come along and ask me it's kind of odd, But I stood in the middle of the Colosseum, watching him slither around in the air. Now, I admit I'm pretty brave here. I'm bold. I'm confident in communication with this demon. Too bad I can't be like that in real life. Or I should say the third realm that we all reside in. I answer his question. I tell him exactly what I just told you. Then he asks me why I continue to lead in my apotheosis, in my journey into Luciferianism. And I tell him that I do this to become stronger, both mentally and emotionally. To not be the punching bag, if you will. To be weak. Be of good courage. To be my own God, in a sense. So he's just slithering around, he's just laughing. The name Beleth, or Beleth, or Beleth, as I call him. Beleth rung in my mind. And then that's when the demons, the black demons in the stands, started playing their hellish trumpets as he laughed at me and confirmed that was him. He didn't say it, it just came into my mind. He told me he'll see me again, and I was sent back to the third realm because this was another astral travel experience. And as soon as I came back to my body, I immediately got on my phone and looked him up. And I've never heard of him. I've seen his name in passing in certain things like the Goetia. When I had my copy, I skimmed through, saw his name, skimmed through, because I really had no intentions of ever working with the Infernal. I just seen his name in passing, never thought twice about it. I didn't know who he is, I don't know who he was, or what he did, what he can do. I know Belial, Belphegor, Asmodeus, Paimon, Gop. The more well-known and frequently used 72 demons. I looked him up, not knowing a clue about him whatsoever. I was reading, and there was a key piece of validation that struck me. He is surrounded by music. Surrounded by music. He had demons playing trumpets. When he confirmed who he was to me. I found it very validating and also kind of weird. Because here is another infernal demon coming into my life. I looked up what he can do for people. I know his abilities are mathematics and deception. I'm not really sure if it meant learning to be deceptive or finding deception against you. But the mathematics part, I could use that. But it wasn't until I read and I checked numerous sources, and they all say the same thing. Beleth can help the conjurer gain as much love from men and women as they desire. They can have as many lovers as they desire with his help. And I laid here, looking at that, thinking, what? So I said, you know what, I'm just going to try to go back to sleep. So I turned everything off. And that's when I hear weird noises that aren't normal to my house or the neighbor's house. Like weird noises that a house doesn't make that you've been living in for a long time. When you lived in a house, you know every kind of sound that it makes. And you know what's normal and what's not normal. And then I hear this maniacal laughter. It's faint, but I hear it. And in my mind's eye, I see this long turquoise colored rod that's on fire, drawing a line in the ground. And that's where it stopped. And then yesterday, or at the time of recording, it's Thursday, but you're watching this on a Sunday, so. But on Wednesday, Beleth came to me again. I had another encounter with him. This time, stating that he's here to stay. I worry too much because I've been letting certain things start to get to me. I'm not going to talk about it, but they're world events. They're starting to get me depressed. He said I worry too much. And that I should listen to Astarte, which he's referring to Lady Ishtar. He calls her by that name. And then he just laughed and said that he'll be back. I channeled Lucifer on Wednesday night to ask him, did he send Beleth? He said no. He did not send him, and he's curious as to why he even cares about my pact with Lucifer. And Lucifer told me as well to not listen to him. If he has a problem with me, he will talk to me. In my mind's eye, he went from this dapper-looking, distinguished gentleman to the handsome winged angel that you see in some artwork, just without a shirt. Very buff and toned, and quite adamant that he will come to me if there's a problem. He will tell me if there's a problem. Do not listen to any other demon or spirit or trickster spirit or whatever. He will come to me if there is a problem. But as to why Beleth has come to me in the first place, I don't know. I'm not quite certain, but I believe that it may have something to do with that tarot card from my favorite deck I found Sunday evening. Because when we think about it, Beleth can help the sorcerer gain lovers, as many as they wish. The Two of Cups, usually used in the context of love and relationships. I highly doubt it has anything to do with math. But I suppose in a way, this could be a, what do you call it? I used to know this because my roommate, he called himself a white witch, Baptist Wiccan. He used this all the time. Oh, bloody hell, I had a totem, or something that houses the energy in it. You know what I'm talking about. An item that houses a spirit. Anyway, it could be that this tarot card, the Two of Cups, is this house. Because I certainly didn't have this experience beforehand until I found it. And it kind of makes sense because this tarot card was there in a place it shouldn't have been. I work at a fucking liquor store, people. All that's around me is the mall, gas stations, a McDonald's, no New Age shop, no metaphysical store. And the card was pretty well worn, so it's, let's just say my deck is damn near pristine compared to this, so I don't know. And that's all I have to say right now. But the one thing that's been bugging me about all of this is why Jessica? I'm just gonna say, if you know what's going on with me, you know. If you've been following me on Facebook, that is. You know what's going on. But to only have her, I don't know. Considering the fact that this demon can give you as many lovers as you desire. So I don't know. If you have any thoughts or theories, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Because this is really freaking weird, man. It's pretty freaking weird. with that, if you have any other questions, comments, and or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. If you want to come find me, my links are in the description. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I love you all. Cool runnings. Irie. Ites.